How Jamie Dornan's controversial affair with Dakota Johnson ruined his career and family. When Jamie Dornan walked down the red carpet at the premiere of the final installment of the 50 Shades franchise, he had no idea that it would be the start of the biggest tragedy of his life. All the flashbulbs were focused on him and Dakota Johnson, the on-screen couple who were considered the epitome of charisma and daring. They smiled, linked arms, and locked eyes as if the world were all theirs. But behind those smiles, an unnameable relationship was brewing, and would soon burn everything down. Dakota Johnson, Hollywood's muse, with her fragile yet enchanting beauty. And Jamie, a family man, with his wife Amelia Warner and 3 young children waiting for him at home. But the glamour of cinema, and the long hours on set with daring scenes, had inadvertently opened a door that neither of them could close. The text messages that shouldn't have. It all started with a simple text message. Jamie and Dakota texted each other regularly after filming. At first, it was just work stuff. How was that scene? Or, I'm so nervous about that scene tomorrow. But then the texts started to take on a different tone. Compliments, encouragement, then, I wish you were here, in the middle of the night. Amelia, Jamie's wife, sensed something was wrong. She wasn't a jealous person, but the way Jamie looked at Dakota had changed. He stopped paying attention at family meals, often used work as an excuse to leave early, and worse, he changed his phone password. One evening, while Jamie was in the shower, Amelia unlocked his phone with her fingerprint while he was asleep to log in. What she read broke her heart. If you weren't Jamie Dornan, the husband and father, I would pull you away from it all. The text was from Dakota, sent at 2 a.m. The press gets in. Soon, rumors began to spread. A tabloid reporter photographed Jamie and Dakota dining at a restaurant in Paris. No film crew was there. Headlines began to appear. Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, love beyond the screen. Jamie denied it all in interviews. We're just co-stars, he said. What people see is the result of acting chemistry. But those words could not soothe the eyes of Amelia, who had once been his whole world. From being the national husband, Jamie gradually fell out of favor with the public. Directors began to hesitate to cast him in leading roles in family films. We don't want the audience to lose faith in the character just because of the actor's personal life, one director said bluntly. Dakota, the storm. Dakota never spoke out. Her silence only made things more confusing. Some called her a homewrecker, others said she and Jamie were victims of forbidden love. Dakota's career was booming again during that time. New roles, trendy magazine covers, suggestive interviews. It seemed like all the drama only made her more visible, but not Jamie. After Amelia filed for divorce, Jamie fell into a depression. He stopped appearing in public, cancelled projects. His social media accounts were closed. His friends drifted away. The only person left by his side was the one who had brought it all down. The last choice. On a rainy night in Los Angeles, Jamie knocked on Dakota's door. He was soaked to the skin, holding an envelope. I've lost everything, he said, and am not sure it was worth it. Dakota invited him in. They sat in silence for a long time. In the small room, where there were no cameras, no spotlights, Jamie looked into the eyes of the girl he had dreamed of, and realized he no longer recognized her. Are we real? He asked. Dakota was silent. A tear rolled down her cheek. A year later, Jamie reappeared in an independent film at Sundance. He was thinner, quieter, no longer the man who made millions of women swoon. But for the first time in a long time, he was being praised for his performance, not for his looks, but for the emotions he conveyed. Dakota was at the festival, too, but in a different production. They passed each other in the hallway. A nod, nothing more. Jamie was no longer the Jamie of 2015. He was no longer a sex symbol, no longer a family man. But he was a man starting over, not to reclaim his career, but to be himself.